In a world where the Confederates and the Union are in a battle over slavery and sectionalism. The year is 20XX. No, the year is 1863. Robert E. Lee has started his campaign north in order to hope to win the war. After winning at Chancellorsville, Robert E. Lee went towards Gettysburg in order to attack the Union Army. The Union Army at first held them off for a little bit. After Robert E. Lee being originally repelled, the Union was able to fight off at first, and then Robert E. Lee flanked, and the Union had to retreat to the streets of Gettysburg. On the second day of battle, both armies had mobilized. Robert E. Lee sent in forces on Cemetery and Culp's Hill to attack on the Union's left flank, while on the right side, he also sent in troops to attack on their flank. Even with all the deadly attacks, the Union held on with a solid position. The second day passed. With the third day, cavalry fights were common in the south and east. Lee launched a second attack at Culp's Hill, which resulted in another loss for him. The main event of the third day was Pickett's charge. Lee tried to charge the center of the Union troops after his assault on both flanks failed. General Reed predicted that the Confederates were going to charge the center the day earlier. The day before, the North did fire a lot of cannons, so it looked like they had been knocked out. With all the smoke, no one could tell if anything was working. The Confederates charged with 12,000 men at the Union ranks. They were caught off guard by the fully operational Northern artillery. The 8th Ohio Regiment countercharged and surprised the Confederates, forcing them back to the Cemetery Ridge. The underestimation of the Union Army by Lee led to a massive loss, forcing him to retreat to Virginia. The battle ended on July 3rd, 1863. 46,000 to 51,000 men had been killed in the three-day battle. Lincoln gave a ceremony to the soldiers who died before his Gettysburg address. This was the high point of the Confederates' attempt to invade the North. No! Okay, this is considered to be a turning point in the war. Now we have an expert